Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tank. Today we're talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and yes, Solana. I'll be giving you guys my thoughts about where we are in the market as well as where I think we might be going in the short to near future. Before I do that, if you guys can do me a huge favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Did you guys know that I actually have a giveaway happening on this channel where I will be giving away a 50-inch flat screen TV to one lucky subscriber once we hit 1,000 subs here on YouTube? So do me a favor, do yourself a favor, do everybody a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can win a 50-inch flat screen TV just for doing so. With that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin on the daily time frame and talk about probably what everybody else here on YouTube is also talking about, the golden cross that is currently taking place on Bitcoin's daily chart. By the way, I also am using Market Cipher as my primary oscillator and indicator tool. I just want to throw that out there just for reference. This way, if you guys are looking at my chart going, what the heck is it using as far as his charting goes, I'm using Market Cipher. So going back to the daily time frame, you can see that the 50 SMA and the 200 SMA are lining up and going to be crossing over here shortly. I do suspect that if we can hold where we are for Bitcoin's price, that will confirm and we will start seeing higher price points in the short to near future. There's a super bullish case for higher price points right now that we're having this golden cross take place on Bitcoin's daily chart. Let me show you guys what happened the last few times we had a golden cross happen for Bitcoin. The last time it took place was right around here on May 22nd. Once that happened, we actually shot up a grand total of around 645%. Usually in the past, when we have golden crosses take place, we see massive price increases for Bitcoin and the rest of the assets in the crypto space as well, because if Bitcoin pumps, it's going to drag the rest of the market up as well, right? But there is a few times that the golden cross didn't quite play out the way that we thought it was going to play out. And of course, I'm going to bring it up because it's relevant. The last time that took place where a golden cross didn't actually produce higher price points was back here on the Black Swan event. You guys know what I'm talking about. I can't say it on YouTube because YouTube doesn't like people talking about it, but it starts with a P and everybody's dealing with it. You get what I'm saying, right? Right? It's the Black Swan event. Everybody's dealing with it. Cough, cough. But last time that happened was that event. And of course, you know, it did dip down and get rejected. But, you know, that's to be expected. You can't really help that. The last time before that when we had a golden cross take place was actually back here. And you can see that we had massive price increases when, oops, let me do this right. When the last golden cross took place, we had a total price increase of about 172% the last time it took place. And then we had one all the way back here because they don't happen very often, guys. They're very, very rare. And that's another reason why you need to pay attention to them. They don't happen very often, but when they do, like back here, we had a massive increase in price, about 8,186% the last time it happened for Bitcoin. So again, keep your eyes on the daily golden cross. If it confirms, which I do suspect that it will, we will see higher price points in the short to near future for Bitcoin and the rest of the assets. Now, just because I'm giving you guys the same bullish scenario that everybody else is giving you with that golden cross, I do want to point out there are a couple of things that are still concerning to me. Now, I'm not trying to bust everybody's bullish bubble, but I made a commitment to tell you guys both sides of the story, and it's still relevant and it's there, so I got to show it to you guys. So this is Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. And if I zoom out a little bit, I want to show you guys a pattern that is mirroring previous price action for Bitcoin perfectly so far. And this is the pattern that has me really, really concerned. Now, keep in mind, before I show you guys this pattern, I understand that there's different variables and the variables have changed from previous price action to where we are now. I get that, but it's still a pattern. And if things are to be respected, we have to respect previous price action and patterns. That's what we do as traders, right? That's what we do as technical analysis, is we go by previous price action, which are patterns, and we hold them to weight. We got to give this some kind of validation because it's playing out. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about before I keep rambling about that. These boxes, obviously this previous box back here is previous price action when we had a dip, ran up to an all-time high of $65,000. And then we had manipulation, a dip down, struggled to get above the 200 EMA. The 50 EMA came down to meet the 200 EMA. And what happened when that happened? We had further dippage, consolidation, a relief rally, and then that bloody ride downtown. Guys, check out the current box versus our previous box for price action on Bitcoin's chart, guys. We had a dip, good run up, got rejected. A dip, a good run up, got rejected by manipulation. Couldn't get above the 200 EMA, still not actually above the 200 EMA. The 50 came down to meet to 200, which is that yellow line, and that's the white line. The white line is the 200. The 50 is this yellow line. Same thing here. The 50 came down to meet the 200 EMA, and then boom, we get manipulated down again. So I have to point it out to you guys. There's the flip, there's the other side to the coin, and you guys have to be aware of that. Be cautious. I always say to give every time frame an extra day or the same amount of time to confirm. That's how you actually confirm a time frame or whatever signal you're looking on if you're trying to do TA correctly. So like if I'm on the 4-hour time frame and I see a green dot here on Market Cipher B, I'll give it another 4 hours or at least a 2-hour window before I try to front run a signal that I think is going to be confirming, because you could get it taken away from you guys as quickly as it was given to you. You know, just because you're seeing a super bullish daily cross take place with the SMAs doesn't mean that it doesn't get rejected and manipulated out of the pocket, guys. That could literally happen on the charts for Bitcoin. So I'm not trying to pop your guys' bubble. I just want to make you guys aware of that happening. Be mindful of it. Just like seriously, be mindful of it, because it could happen. But I do suspect if we can just maintain Bitcoin's price to where we are currently, I do suspect we will confirm it in the next 24 hours, and then we will start seeing another leg up for Bitcoin's price, as long as we don't get manipulated again, guys. It's unfortunate, but you have to throw that out there, as long as we don't get manipulated again. Now, let's go and move on to ETH. ETH is doing fairly well as well, currently riding all the way up to $3,371 on the charts. This is the trend line that I want ETH to hold well above. I started charting this trend line back on August 8th. We've hit it a couple of times. It's been a pretty good level of support. Even when we got manipulated back down here, it held up on that wick, and then we came down here previously and it held up yet again. So again, so long as we hold above this line and slowly climb to the upside, I mean, I could zoom out and make this line go indefinitely to the upside, and that would still give us price increases slowly but surely for Ethereum. Now, I don't want to take too much time and talk about Ethereum's technicals and fundamentals, but I mean, everything about Ethereum, even with all the narrative of it being clogged and congested, even with all that, Ethereum is going to be seeing higher price points. It just will, guys. It's the burning mechanism is burning more ETH with every transaction. There's a reason why the transaction costs, so the gas prices are so high, is because people are actually utilizing it. But they're burning more and more and more. I think it's over 1 billion ETH has already been burnt since they introduced EIP 1559. And then also there's less and less ETH on exchanges for people to buy and or sell. That is creating ultra scarcity, which of course they're saying ultrasound money, but it really is. It's scaling in a long-term way, where ETH is going to be a very, very scarce thing to come by, and it will start seeing, double, triple times the amount that it's currently at in the future if you're patient. So again, I'm patient. I'm a long-term investor. I'm not looking at the short term. Even if we dip back down to like $2,000, I'm still not selling the ETH that I do have. Of course, this ETH that I do have in my long moon bag is profit ETH. So, I'm able to hold on to it. But that's just me as a long-term investor. You short-term investors or day traders, you guys going to do what you guys going to do. I just see nothing but bullish things happening for ETH, regardless of all the whole narrative about how it's clogged. It needs, do this or do that. That's my thoughts about ETH. I'm not going to really go into it because I don't think there's a need to go into it right now. I will say there is a chance, that we have a little bit of a pullback while we're trying to confirm this golden cross for Bitcoin. So let me pull out the Fibonacci retracement and just go from our recent price action of a high to a low. And you can see that if we do have a pullback, it probably will end up right here on the on $3,156 holding up, because that would cross into the support line that I have here, as well as this Fibonacci line on the charts, guys. I do suspect that will more than likely hold up here. Again, that is that 0.618 on the Fibonacci retracement tool. So that's what I think is going to be happening for ETH. I just think that it's going to be riding itself to the upside ever so slowly. For ADA's in a really unique situation. I think now that smart contracts were released, a lot of people are just kind of sitting back waiting to see what happens with the developers on Cardano's. Did I say ETH or Cardano earlier? But I meant Cardano. You guys know what I mean. I think the developers in the Cardano ecosystem are just working on getting their DeFi projects out, their NFT projects out. And that's probably going to take about a month or two before that actually happens. So I'm not surprised that we didn't see an immediate price increase as smart contracts were released. I do still see us riding this support line that I have charted out here for ADA. And as long as we don't break down below it, even if we do, honestly, I'm still really, really bullish on the technology that Cardano has. There was some FUD going around. I'm sure you guys have already heard from other YouTubers. It really was the developer's fault and not Cardano's fault at all. I've done a lot of homework on it just to verify things because I don't want things to come out of my mouth that are not actually true. But there really was a lot of FUD coming from that developer that was utilizing Cardano and saying that it couldn't handle what they were trying to do. It was just the developer doing it wrong. So again, super bullish on Cardano. I'm not selling it for a while, 5 to 10 years. I think we're going to be seeing definitely at least $5 by the end of this year. I think you guys just need to be patient. I definitely would not be selling off this asset to anybody. I think that'd be a super wrong move to do. Now, for day traders, like I said, you guys are mavericks. You guys know what you guys are going to do. You guys have to trade it down or up. I get it. But I'm not shook at all about this recent dip. In fact, even if it goes down to $2 for some odd reason, I will buy much more, and I'm ready for that to happen. But yeah, not financial advice, just letting you guys know what I think about the long-term investment opportunity for Cardano. I think it's going to be seeing super big increases, especially if the golden cross happens for Bitcoin. But let's move on over to Solana. Interesting things happening for Solana. If you guys don't know, let me go over to the Twitter. Solana, again, dealing with some instability on their platform. Engineers are already aware of it. That's what happened when we dipped from 68,000 earlier this morning down to where we are now. A lot of people got a little scared about their transactions not going through. It's something that they already are aware of. I think what's actually happening is another project on the Solana ecosystem is launching, and that's actually what caused the instability. So a lot of people are fearful. I get it. That's fine. You go ahead and sell off your positions. Do what you guys need to do. I'm just buying more, honestly, on these dips, guys. I really am super bullish. Much like I said about ADA as well, I am just the same with Solana as like I am with ADA. I'm very bullish on the technology. I like to invest in multiple different smart contract platforms because I think there's going to be a need for all of them that are out there, guys. Not just Solana, not just ADA, not just Ethereum. I hold Atom, I hold Polkadot, I hold a bunch of other smart contract plays. I think all of them will do well in the future. So I diversified, and I think all of them will do fairly well in this space. I really do think the Solana is going to do very well in the short to near future, especially with all the support that it has from its backers and advertisers. They call them ambassadors. But Solana has one of the best marketing schemes out there as far as pushing their product to the public, guys. And I say scheme, don't cross that word, but like they have a very good marketing plan, I guess is the better term that I should have used. They are out there pushing Solana to the forefront, and it's part of the reason why they are where they are currently in the total market cap for crypto. They have been doing everything they can to push that Sol token out there for people to see their technology. And I do think that with that alone, not even getting into the tokenomics of Solana and the technology, just the marketing plan that they have is going to be seeing Solana do fairly well in the future. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys found this information beneficial. Don't forget, sub to the channel, guys. You can win that TV. With that being said, peace.